Hello everyone to this new Soul Sparkle video. I just heard a song and it is called Perfectly Loved. And this got me wondering how many of you out there are still wanting to be perfectly loved or waiting for this partner who make you feel lovable, who makes you feel worthy of love. This is just such a huge issue because many of us in our upbringing, including me, haven't received, the love we wanted, the love we needed. And we very often have been made wrong for what we did and who we are. I was too loud and I was too, I had too much energy for my parents and for school. So they tried to, put me down a lot. I grew up with, if you don't have, the good marks in school, then you're not as good as the neighbor girl, and so I always felt if I don't perform well, my parents cannot love me enough, cannot love me. And I never got the idea as a child that I am worth, and everyone is worth being loved just because we exist. And so in my awareness, we are growing up, many of us, if not most of us, are growing up with that lack of love. So then we are in our teenage years, or we are adulthood and early adulthood. And then, we look for love in a partner, and that's human and that's normal and that's what usually happens. So we want to find that partner who perfectly loves us, who finally makes us feel lovable, makes us feel worthy of love, makes us feel, that we are totally and utterly okay the way we are, and lovable the way we are. And what very often happens is that we find a partner who doesn't show us that. Very often, in my case, I found a partner who acted a lot like my dad. And my dad was emotionally not really available for me. And the same partner, I found a partner who was a lot like my dad. So I experienced the same, I tried to please him. I tried to find a way, as I did with my parents for all those upbringing years, to behave so that he can love me. And that was actually deadly, and is deadly for every relationship, because then you are not authentic. And actually I lost my authenticity, I think, when I was a little child, because I was always trying to behave, to be the good girl, the good woman, behave so that I get a little bit of love, because I felt I needed it so much and nobody was there to love me. So in partnerships, you probably know already, you will not find it. And you will not find it anywhere actually outside of yourself until you are able to reconnect with this part of you which is love. So we are, and that I can say for us is my reality, love incarnate. So this divine spark we all have inside of us is pure love. And so until we reconnect and embody love, we will always feel lack. That's just the truth. So I realized for a long time, I watched all these movies where at the end, the girl and the boy got each other and everything was bliss and love, and my tears were running down my cheeks because I felt, yes, this is what I need, after we divorced and after I was, alone again and single. I felt this is what I need, then he loves her so much, he cherishes her so much. So if I have that, then I'm perfectly loved. What an illusion. What an illusion that is. So I'm just telling you that for you to check, the status quo in your life. Are you with a partner? How is it going, your relationship? And the most important question, how is the relationship to yourself, to your shadows and your light, to all you are, because we are everything. We are not, for a long time I didn't want my shadows to accept that they are shadows. I didn't want I didn't want to be the bad girl. I always tried so hard to be the good girl, but of course I have shadows. They wanted to be looked at and they wanted to be integrated and still are. So, and I felt I can never, ever, ever love myself if I accept that I have this shadow part also. This part, I decided when my parents told me they cannot love me because, or when they told me that I'm bad because I do this or that. So I tried so hard to be good girl, to do all the stuff, to be like an angel, to be the light and not the darkness. That I actually, and we all do that, separated myself and put a part of who I am in whole, just tried to keep it away. And because I felt so strongly I cannot love myself when I have all these parts. Also, I split it off. And we all come to that realization. Apparently that's not possible. So once we go inside and integrate whatever we don't like on ourselves, whatever, I don't mean that you believe all the trash you have been told what you are, but when you so many people think, oh, I'm not lovable because I am not a nice person. So many people think it of them, and I did too, because we all know what thoughts we have sometimes, and what's not so nice, and it's always a judgment in that, but what we don't want and what we don't want in others, we don't want to accept and take in ourselves. So there is a never-ending story and never-ending loops. We co-create with other people again and again, in my experience, what we want to split off. So we never feel loved. We never get to the point that we totally accept and love ourselves if we keep splitting off parts of ourselves we don't like. That's just where I am right now. And in my reality, if we call it God or the universe or the eternal wisdom, there is no judgment at all. You are just loved because you exist. You are love incarnate. You are a part, a son, a daughter of God, of the universe, of the infinite. And when you have children, you probably know, no matter what they do or don't do, you will always love them, because it's just, they are your children. And when we see that we are a child of God and we are the light of God, the sparkles, the God sparks here on earth, what's there not to love? This was just for you today to maybe go a bit and examine, what's going on in your relationships. What do you wish other people give you or provide for you? And how is it about your self-care, love and acceptance of all the parts you are? How much do you still try to be somebody you are not because you want to please others? And that's a lifelong story from my side. How much do you, neglect your authentic self because you want to fit in and you want to please? And very many people, feel the appreciation through their work. So they work until they have a burnout, because that's where they get appreciation, is a form of love. So just wanted to, trigger a bit so that you can examine. And if you are interested in working with me one-on-one or in an upcoming program, and it's there will be a different program to what I talked about also, which is all about, coming home into your heart. And then there's this joyous explosion when you really come home and feel yourself, feel this divinity, this beauty, this expand, dive in, uplift your frequency, and more embody who you truly are, which is divine love and joy and bliss. So I leave in the comments and in the description my website address. You can have a look if you want. And I know this video is in English and my website is still in German. It will be translated very soon. But you can always write me if you want to know something or talk to me. I offer 15 minutes talk to see if we, if you resonate with each other, in order to maybe work together. And so there's possibilities to contact me if you want to. And if you want to dig deeper and dive deeper into this issue of perfectly loved. So have a wonderful day. Bye bye.